Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome new people, welcome those coming in. I had a little bit of technical difficulties then. I went to get all set up and then I couldn't find my mic. It had fallen on the ground hiding behind my desk, so I had no idea where it was. There you go. So but I'm here now, all good. How is everyone today? Okay, so who have I got to say hi to? Let's have a look. We had Linda, Kathy, Raylene, Alice, Helen, Kenny, hi, Kim, hi, Elizabeth, Loretta, hi, Lisa, I think that's Louise. Have I got everyone? Ray, hi. Hi! No, didn't forget to turn it on, just had issues with that mic. So my camera is actually a little bit weird today. I've been filming a new video with including the diamond paintings, so I need to sort of get up far away to be able to see the whole image. So hi Kiki, hi Jennifer. People just rolling in now. Welcome, welcome. So if you're new visiting here today, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So today I have another giveaway. I'm not sure if Heather's going to be able to join us today. If she does, it'll be a great surprise, but we'll see how she goes. Now, I didn't think Shadow was going to make it to say hi, but it sounds like I can hear a bell. She must have woke up when I started to talk, but she was all hiding down in my room, in my bed. Nice and warm down there. Hi Katrina. Morning Shadow. Morning Shadow. Yes. Yes, everyone's here to say hello today. Gonna go to sleep now? No? Okay. Talking back to me there. Yes, herding cats again, Loretta. I've got, how many admins have we got here so far? 3? 2 admins have come in? I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Hi Nick. Thanks for coming along. So, what's everybody's time zones and countries and things like that over there? Or here, wherever you are. It's 9:30 AM here in the morning on Thursday. She's disappeared, so I don't know where Shadow went, but... Hi Robin! $5:40 PM. Well, that's not too bad. That's early evening. Oh, it's right on dinner time though, hey? 6:30 PM. Linda's back. Hi, Linda. So, no, that's not too bad then. 6:30 PM is good. No worries, we only just came in. Everyone's just saying hello to each other, and yeah, welcome to all of those people here. Okay, so first thing, if you're watching and you can't see the live chat going on under the video or beside the video, depending on where you're looking, make sure that you're logged in to YouTube, and just underneath the video there is a little button near the like buttons, like and share and all those sort of buttons down there. There's also a little box that says live chat, so make sure you click on that and the live chat will pop up underneath the video or beside it depending on where you're watching. And make sure that there's a little toggle tool with a little arrow. It says top chat and live chat. Make sure you clicked on the live chat, because otherwise you'll be missing all of the comments that are coming up live. You'll be getting sort of random chat throughout that won't necessarily be in order of how they're written. So for the giveaway we'll be doing, you will need to see the chat, because I will type in go 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 when we're going to be going, and I'll also be typing in stop. So you will definitely need to be live, otherwise you won't be able to see that when it happens. When we do the giveaway, I'm going to try to explain you the rules, but Linda will help me along the way if I don't get them right, so make sure you listen to her as well. If you want to say something to me and get my attention, try writing in capital letters. That way when I flick or look over to the chat, I can sort of see the capital letters first, and try to answer your questions as quickly as I can. Sometimes I miss them because the chat box isn't that big and the chat just sort of rolls through quite quickly, so I do sometimes miss them as well. Do we have any questions before we get started? Anyone new? Shout out, say hi. Hi Sherry. And we'll all wave and say hi. I think I've said hi to everyone that's come in. I'm just checking the chat again here. You're all awesome. Thank you so much for joining. Let's hope we can see Heather today as well. Hi Nefa. Is that how you say it? Nefa? Nefakit? Nefakit. Cool. I can't, because I'll be leaning over it. It's just going to roll over too much. And we're going to be colouring in some of the hair and the clothes, so it'll be in the way. Those that do have a little phobia of the little creatures on here, we have made a non-creature image available in the group, so you'll be able to see that as well. And then you can print out one without the little characters on it. So, yeah. Hi, Card. Thanks for joining us. Hi Josie. I won't be able to do that the whole time, no. Hi Melinda, thank you for joining us. I don't even think I have any sticky notes either. Just saying. Yeah, that's just not easy. I have like so much stuff hiding around. I don't think I have any. Hi, Misbehaving. What was that, Ellie? Stump extender. Where do you go? Oh, the extenders. The extenders, these ones here, the little skinny ones, I actually got on eBay. I bought a packet of 4 of each, so 8 altogether, and it was like $5 or something, Australian dollars, which is really, really cheap. And then when I got them, they weren't big enough to hold my bigger pencils, so I had to get my hubby to sort of drill out the insert bit in the middle of them to make them slightly bigger, so that I could put my larger pencils in as well. No worries, Ellie. I hope everyone saw that too. At the top of the chat, I did post in there the links for the book and also the group for the book, for the image, and also the group link there as well. So if you wanted to join the group and grab the image from there, it's in the album section, but the links are in the chat box and they're also in the description as well. So the group link is in there, so you can check that out. Okay, I need to find something. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Okay, I'm back. I found some cute little party sticky notes. So let's see if we can cover up our little creatures. This is quite cute, actually. Look at that. I'm not sure those little ones are going to work, but let's give it a go. Do a little bit of fiddling here off camera and see if we can make that look a little less scary for people. Oh, I happen to pick up 2 stickers then. Oh, good. I am going to have to move the ones on the clothing later though, because we're going to be colouring the clothing. So there we go. There we go. There we go. Is that better, Linda? Are we good now? And for those that were creature phobic. All right. So yes, it was an awesome Santa. Yes, I do know, but I can't say anything. And is it just yes, it's just those creatures, I think. And it was an awesome gift, and I'm still reeling from that one. Also too, I actually finished the image and I haven't had a chance to post it up. I finished it. It took me forever because I had to do swatches and I wanted it to look right. Let me just see if I can find her. She was hiding in here somewhere. As I said, I had to rearrange my desk because of the diamond painting that I've been doing, and it's just taken up so much room. But perhaps it's still over here. It is. I haven't had a chance to scan it in yet. So with my wonderful chameleon pens. This is what I finished in the end. She came up quite good. I was quite impressed with it. So the image is in the, it's actually in the actual group albums. So I've stuck it in the album section there so everyone can have the opportunity to have a go. I've stuck both copies, one without the little creatures and one with, so you can print which one you want. But that's how the one that I was doing with the chameleons turned out. So I did the whole thing with chameleons. It was very time consuming. For a tutorial, I think if I was to do one, I'd have to leave plenty of time to get it done because the changing of the caps and things like that took so long to do each individual section. So, but yeah, she came out really pretty, didn't she? No, I didn't record the rest. Trust me. We would have been there all day. It was very tedious. But I will do a tutorial with them. A couple of people have requested me to, so I'll do one for patrons at some stage, so keep your eye out for that. But yeah, she came out awesome. So thank you again to my lovely friend who gifted me with those beautiful pens. So that was the chameleon markers, and if you didn't catch the video, I did a impromptu live video a couple of days ago where I opened them all up and we went through them and I started on this image. So yeah, came out awesome. So thank you again, and thanks for watching with me, guys, and having that excitement there. Good fun. She came out awesome. And that artist, by the way, was Monya Gates, and I actually got this off Etsy. Monya Gates, something your dreams, color your dreams, color my dreams book, the goddess book. So okay, now back to our little thing here. Just get rid of all my junk that I've been playing with now. As I said, everything's all over the place today. So I've got a white gel pen and a Posca pen. I probably won't use any of those today, but I've got those there. I've also got white pencil, Luminance just in case, and I've got a Caran full blender, which is also in an extender there so I don't break it. Now I have two pencils in extenders here as well. One is black and one is white. They're getting too small for me to hold. In fact, I think this one probably needs an extender too, but we'll get there. I've got my mono eraser in case I go out the lines. I've also got a just a fine liner, doesn't matter what brand. Using pencils you don't get as much smudging and things like that, but I've got two spare pencils there just in case for black and white. And the colours that I'm going to be using today are Terracotta, Sienna, sorry, Burnt Ochre. Is that right? Burnt Ochre? Should probably just check that, shouldn't I? Is that what I wrote down? I wrote the list underneath in the description too, so you can check that out. Yeah, Burnt Ochre. Okay, perfect. I've got some orange and some Spanish orange. I thought it was Spanish yellow. Or, yeah, no, anyway, Spanish orange. I've got Crimson Lake, and I've also got pink. If you don't have Prismacolor pencils, I've put the Prismacolor swatch chart in the actual event on the discussion wall there, so you can grab the swatch chart and match your own colours if you don't have them. And what else have I got? I've got Cool Grey 90%, Cool Grey 70%, and Cool Grey 50%. So I'm not sure if we're going to get any of the hair done today. We're going to try to, but we'll see how quickly we can get through this, especially with the little giveaway in between. And I've also got a flip through for you as well to have a look at the book before we do the giveaway. No, I don't, Linda. That's a great idea though. I thought about, I've got a big, huge light box that I could probably put down here. and I could probably do it on that, but I'm struggling to see the numbers because of all the lights. It's so much harder doing it here under the camera than it is doing it up at the table or wherever. So yeah, it is something that I might think about doing. Hi Randy, thanks for dropping in. Hi Kimberly, who else have I missed when I was gone? I saw Katrina. Yeah, cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to move on and start the image. So first of all, yep, I think that's everything. I think I'm ready to start, so we'll get moving on this one and get some stuff done. You have an A3 one. I actually have a huge old sign light thing that Cameron made, my hubby. He's like the Inspector Gadget of the handyman world, I think. He seems to have everything that I need, which is awesome. Alright, so we're going to start with the curtains possibly today, I'm thinking. And I wanted to make them like a nice luscious red colour, so I've only got 3 colours that I'm going to use in the curtain. I'm going to use Crimson Lake, black, and then a little bit of pink for some highlights, and maybe a little bit of white. I'll see how I go, because the white makes it look a little bit more pink, so I may just use the colourless blender instead, but we'll see how we go. Hi Laura. Three 3:50 p.m. Wow, so it's like early evening for you guys. Well, that's good. I'm not sure what it is in the UK. Is it like 2 in the morning or something, or 1 in the morning in the UK? I don't know. Anyone here from the UK? Probably not. You're probably all asleep. Alright, I've got... So we're going to work on the curtains. The curtains I wanted to make look really thick and have lots of folds. Like, we've already got folds and things marked in, but we want to make them look like folds rather than just lines. So we're going to use black to do all of our shadow sort of areas, and we'll probably use a fair bit of black, and because it will make them look a little bit deeper and darker, and we'll go over with the Crimson Lake to put the red colour through. 11:52 p.m. UK time. Oh, there you go. Hi Morticia. Not too bad. Not too bad. Suppose it's better than 3 a.m. in the morning. Ah, very good. Alright, so I'm going to start with my black pencil first. Who's actually colouring along, or are we just watching today? I'm not sure who's doing what, so good to hear. I'm actually going to use my sharp black pencil because that one's not sharp. I'm just going to zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, I've got black, and I'm going to go into the lines or areas that Heather's lined out first. And just lay this down. I'm using kind of medium pressure, not really firm. I can still see the tooth of the paper underneath the pencil marks. So I'm just going to start lining them in, and I'm going to try to stick to one side of the curtain, so of the line. So you can see the line is kind of here, but I'm coming to the right side of the line. Trying to keep my colour in that section first. Because we want to try and see, we might need a highlight there, or I don't know yet, but we'll work on it section by section, and I just started in the middle because that's how I work. Middle out. So I'm just lining that in, watching, catching up later. I'm too fast. Oh, okay. Hi colourful book, Nectar. I can't even talk today. Nectar. Oh no, hope you feel better. Yep, lurkers are good. That's fine. You can always come back later if you do want to follow along. So I'm just going along some of Heather's lines and just sort of putting some black on one side of them. And just creating some depth. Now this one here is like a bit of a hook, so I'm actually going to go in and fill that section out. As I said, we're going to use mostly black, but we're going to put the red through the black. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to see a nice deep red curtain by the time we're finished. I'm going to do our clothes the same way, except we might not use as much black in our clothes. So I know I've done black hair before on one of Heather's images, which I happened to pop up in the cards. There's a little I button in the video up the top right hand corner. That's just a link to the playlist which all of these colour along images are going to go in, and also is the list for the other Heather Valentine colour along I already did for the Geisha Girl. And I also did black hair for her too, but I don't think I could do any other colour in here. I think for gothic sort of style, red curtains and green, I figured black goes better with all of that. We had someone new come in. Rebecca. Where's Rebecca? Hi, Rebecca. The sticky notes were for some non-creature liking people. Yes, thank you, Linda. If you do want to join the group, or you've asked to join and haven't been accepted, make sure you answer the questions so that we can accept you in. But yeah, we have some phobia people here who don't like those little creatures. So in the album in the group, there's also a copy of the image without those little creatures as well, so you can download it without them. I'm just going to go along this line where the curtain tie is sitting and just put in a little bit of a shadow in there too, because it's going to be darker down the bottom there where it's all bunched up. Aren't they cute too? Yeah, I went for a little wander and found them in one of my office drawers. I actually didn't even know I had them, so there you go. So we've got a bit of a curve up here, and I want to make that quite dark. Oh, hello. Shadow's come to say hello again. Hi, Shadow. Hi. You're going to be a snob, are you? Hi. You can hear a little bell tinkling away. Shadow. What's wrong? What's wrong? Well, she's nice and warm. She must have been sitting in the sun. So we've got a bit of a shadow area here, or I guess it's probably like a hanging piece of material there. So we'll put some shadows in there, make it look like it's sort of bent over a little bit. It is a band-aid. He hurt himself really bad. Just starting to fill it in. Who got bitten? Linda stomped on him. She... I think Shadow just got lured by the hot, warm sun. She loves sitting in the sun. The hot, hot weather, she goes and finds a warmer spot to sit. It's just random. Cats seem to like warm weather, don't they? I think that's why they remind me of dragons. They like to be warm. I managed to pop into a few live streams this week, which was good. It was nice to have a chat with everyone. Went and chatted with May and Sammy. Oh, my phone's vibrating away there. I'm getting messages from peoples. This way you didn't stomp on. No, you did not. Oh, Shadow. What's the matter? She does this thing, she kind of reminds me of a dog, where she, you know how a dog will lay down and roll over and show their belly, so you pat their belly? Well, that's what Shadow does. She rolls over and around on the floor until you pat her belly. It's funny. She's definitely a dog. Alright, so I've done a bit of shadow work in there. Now what I want to do is just sort of extend on those a little bit and just sort of do a really light layer out from that area. Just to fill in some of the white space, because I don't want too much of the red, I want more of the black. So I'm just going to go and do that. So just using fairly light pressure, because we're going to come back in with the red pencil over the top of that. Yes, dear Shadow, I can hear you. So just filling in some of those creases. So these will all be the shadow areas of the curtain. I think I might have to put my phone away. It's starting to bug me. It's one of those ads that you get in by text message. They drive me crazy. Ugh. They do. Hi. Hello. Hi. Are you up here saying hello again? How are you? Are you good? I woke up with her laying right on my back this morning. She was just cold, I think, trying to catch all my warmth. She manages to sneak her way down and under the doona and yeah. Hi, Wendy. No, never heard of it, Laurie. Hi, Wendy. No, it's all good. We've really only just started. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for dropping in. I'm just working on the shadows in the curtain. I'm using black And I'm just sort of filling out some area now, just lightly shading those so we can have nice dark red curtains. Oh, there's something under my paper there. You know, I'm actually, this is my last piece of paper on my little backing pad here. I've been meaning to go and get an A3 size paper to laminate, just to have a nice backing piece here. So just the plain green in the camera, it's a really bad contrast between that and the image. It makes the camera look kind of weird. I find that the white or a black background looks best. Just filling in some of these gaps. Welcome back, Raylene. No, all good. They're going to be dark red. I want them kind of to look velvety. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve it, but we'll give it a go, hey. I had a little bit of practice on my little black paper there that I showed last week, but that was on black paper, so it's a little bit easier to do something like that on black because it's already on black. But yeah, we're just going to fill in these gaps here, and I'm sort of going in firmer pressure in those real creased areas now, making sure they're nicely defined, and then just lightening up that pressure. You can already see just by doing that, we've already created a little bit of depth in some of these sections. It looks like that's sort of rolled over now. And we want to do that with all of those curves if we can. We might have to come back in with the black just to straighten things up a little bit and you know, define those areas a little bit more once we've gone over it with the black, with the red, sorry. Okay, I think I'm ready to move on. I'll do the top part first and then I'll just move on to the bottom part. There'll be less explaining down there, so we'll do it like that. Just joining up some of these lines. I think we're going to have good colouring now. So I've got Crimson Lake, and I'm going to do the same thing I've just done now but with this colour. So I'm just going to come into the shadow areas over the top of the black and then bring it out all the way to those lighter sections there. I'm going to cover over pretty much everything now. I'm going to leave some small gaps of white in there. For now I'm just using light pressure too, by the way. Just leaving some light areas in there, or white areas in there, and we can come back in and put a little bit of pink in there at the end. Yep. Oop. I like to throw it away. I'm just going in on the very edge of the curtain now and just lining that in first with firm pressure. And I'm going to need the eraser because I've just gone over the hair, but we might not because we're doing the hair black anyway. That was for you, Linda. Dusting brush there. Someone asked me the other day what this was called. This was actually given to me. It was my grandmother's, or my nana. I think it's just like a wash brush or a large wash brush for like watercolor. But I loved it and thought it was really good for a dusting brush. I haven't done any large watercolor images, so I haven't needed it for that. But it's probably quite expensive. I don't know. Someone will probably yell at me and say, that brush is worth a fortune. I've also used a makeup brush for a dusting brush. I've seen people use feathers. You know, one of those big fat powder brushes? I've used one of those. Can't see it properly, sorry. Move my whole board down, that will be easier. So I'm doing it really firm pressure over the darker black areas that were already darker, and then just going over the rest of it lightly, and I'm making sure that I leave gaps in between for a little bit of white later on. There won't be a lot, but just enough to show that there's a crease there and there's like a highlighted section. So just down this part here, there's like a highlight section coming through the middle there. Up here there's a bit of a highlight through that edge piece there, so those pieces there we want to try and keep in so that we can see that there's dips and valleys in those shadows and highlight areas. Yeah, my nana was I don't even know how to explain it. She was definitely a artist. She did a bit of everything, and she was inspiring, that's for sure. I started doing art projects with my nana when I was a very, very little girl, and I did things like with her, like glass painting and pottery, and she really got into pottery, and she brought a kiln, and on their property they had a large shed where she would teach pottery classes. Very, very talented lady. Very kind, and it's so sad to lose people like that in the world. I think that we lose far too many good over the bad. But yeah, she was amazing, great inspiration to me. She dabbled in watercolor and drawing, and she did silk painting and lots of ceramic painting and things like that as well. So we used to go down into her little shed on her property, and we'd go and make pottery projects with her. I made a sculptured dragon for my husband for his 18th birthday when we were at school still. It was my school project. Hi, Shadow. So we're really starting to fill those areas in now. I actually was going to be an art teacher, but things happen when when you're young that you don't, you know, And my daughter, she's thinking of doing art therapy in uni, so she's just finishing up school in the next 2 years, so she's thinking of doing art therapy, so we're all kind of that way inclined. She was, Linda, she was. And she loved everyone. She never had a mean bone in her body. Up until the end, she fought hard and strong. She had leukemia, so yeah, within approximately 2 years of being diagnosed, she passed away. It was devastating for all of us. It was just such a shock. It just sort of happened, and then she was gone. Like 2 years just flies past. I've lost far too many people in my family, but it's hard. Hi Leslie, you got to come today. Are you not working? Hi Lo, I missed you there before. Sherry, I know it's hard, isn't it? I mean, I appreciated her then, but now even more so as, you know, getting older. Yeah, I miss her more and more. She was like my second mum, I think. I lived with her for a while too. But yeah. We're getting there, slowly filling out. Mainly concentrating in those shadow areas now. Making sure that I've covered over all that black so that's a nice deep red now. Oh, something under my paper again. It must be the... Hang on, I might have to find something else to stick under there. Couple of extra layers of padding might help. I think the cardboard's leaving spots in my work. Oop. Nope, I actually think it's a little spot in the paper. I don't know if you can see that there. Where are we? Just there. There's like a tiny little spot that won't cover over. How frustrating. Oh, do you, Linda? Yeah, well, when we cleaned out all Nana's stuff, there was just so much pottery, because they used to do like markets. They'd make stuff and take them down to markets, so we had just heaps and heaps of stuff. Most of it was finished though, so there's only a few things that were still green. Okay, I think I'm happy with the deep sections now. And just making sure all the black's covered. Some of it's still coming through. I'm just going over it with the little bit of firmer pressure. Alright, so now that I've done that, I want to keep some of those highlight areas, but I don't want to make them pink. So I'm just going to go in now, firmer pressure over most of the area I've coloured. Because we'll still be able to see the darker black sections, they'll be like a dark red colour, and then obviously we'll have the red, and then we'll have like, I guess it's going to be pink, but I don't want it to be too pink. I'm just going to use the pink pencil just to line down the middle of those highlight sections once we're done. Making sure, so you can see there I've left a tiny section there of white just to make it look like it's really highlighted. Somebody just said none of her friends colour. Mine don't either really, so I'm the same. I don't have many people that come and share my passion. I've met more people online, and gained some pretty amazing friends. Thanks, Lo. colour tubers. Everyone's addicted. Awesome. Laurie, we called her Shadow because she never left me alone. She just followed me around everywhere. We could have called her Noisy Bum though. She's so noisy. She was always noisy. I remember picking her up in the car when we got her as a kitten and ringing my husband on the way home, and he was like, "What is that noise?" I'm like, "That's our new cat in the background." Screaming at us. She's pretty full on. So this is why we need good paper, so that we can do this kind of cover up. Okay, I think I'm happy with that now. Now I want to make sure I've got some pink. So I'm just going to go in now over all of those white areas, just a little bit with the red. Make sure there's some other colour pigment on there as well as the pink, because I don't want it to be too pink. But obviously we're going to have some pink because we're going to have white highlights. So I've got pink, and I'm just going to go in and lightly put a little bit over that highlighted section, just lightly, because I'm going to use some white to go over that. Curtains are really good for practicing clothing. Getting all your highlights and shadows done, your folds and pleats and all that sort of thing. And I've got my white pencil here in an extender, and I'm just going to go in mainly over that pink section that we just did. I'm going to try to stay away from the red section as much as I can. And then anything that's left after this I'm going to go over with the Caran Full Blender, the colourless one, and I'm just going to flatten the tooth out. So I'm not sort of burnishing off with the white because it's just going to turn it pink. And I don't want it pink. I'm just going to clean off my pencil a little bit. It's got a bit of red build up and it's just making everything pink. Feel 101. What? That little white spot's going to annoy the out of me. I've covered over as much as I want, I think, there. I think if I go any further, it's going to come out too pink. I'm going to use that Caran d'Ache full blender. I've just got it in an extender. It's still fairly long. I think it's about there. It's the first one I've never actually broken in half. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty good for me, especially with these things. I'm just going to sharpen it with my electric eraser. It's a little bit blunt, and I want to get into those highlighted areas first. So I've just sharpened it to a bit of a point so that I can get into those lighter areas first, and burnish them off before I go and spread that colour into the darker areas. I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm actually doing with the actual pencil as well. So I'm just coming in, pushing down the tooth of the paper, and I'm starting in that really light area because I don't want to spread that pink out any further yet. Hopefully doing this will stop it from spreading out. Just cleaning the end off too because I'm picking up the red. You could use, I think Prismacolor have a blender. I've got it here. I don't like it as much as this one. I think this one lays down and pushes down the tooth. I feel like the Prismacolor one takes off the pigment. And I really don't want to do that. Kind of makes everything a little bit lighter, I think. Anyone else had that experience with that one? I've used quite a few, but this seems to be the one I like the most. I've broken the blenders, not the extenders, but the actual blenders. They just snap, just because there's no like coating around it, it's just wax. And yeah, I seem to always break them. I had bits of colourless blender everywhere, and I was just sort of using tiny little bits like this to get rid of them, but in this, it's the first time I haven't actually broken one. Looking good. Yes, Linda, they're definitely breakable. Alright, I'm just going to go over the rest of it now, and we're going to just soften off the tooth of the paper, make sure there's no white gaps or spaces left. You don't have to do this firmly, just running it over medium to light pressure, you're going to get the same effect. I'm running in the direction of the curtain though. I don't want to go crossways because you'll be able to see the smudging across the colours that way, and we want to make sure we follow the form of the curtain. Make sure you use your duster. But that's the curtain done on this top section. We're going to move down and we'll repeat the same step on the bottom. So how long have we been on now? I think we might be ready to do a giveaway, hey? We've been on an hour. Let's do a flip through in a minute, and after the flip through we'll give one away. So if you're not interested in the book, don't enter the giveaway. But yeah, if you do want it, then by all means join along. I might get those admins to explain it a little bit, and then I'll do my best to explain it after that. I think the biggest point that we had last week was make sure you're on live chat and not top chat. Oh. That's better. I'm really happy with that. That came out just how I wanted. Not too much pink. Makes them look really rich red. We've still got a little bit of highlight there, and we've also got plenty of depth. I don't even think... I might go back in a little bit with the black, but I don't think I absolutely need to. Actually, I think I'm pretty good with that. That looks good. Don't forget down the bottom here. Now I'm going to add a little bit of bright colour as a contrast colour into the curtain thing here. So I'm going to make that like a yellowy orange colour. Okay, so everyone look at the chat. Linda's writing out some of the rules now. So these are the rules. What I'll do first is you guys can sort of read through what Linda's written. I'm going to put on a flip through for you of the actual book that we're giving away today. If you don't like music, you might want to turn it down while it's on because there is music on it. So have a look at that. I hope you enjoy it. It's a lovely book. This one's got heaps of images in it too. I think there's over 40 something images in this one. So yeah, pretty cool. And I want you guys to have a try or have a go at getting a digital copy. By the way, it is a digital copy, not the physical copy. Obviously due to, you know, postage and all that sort of thing, digital is a lot easier for me to be able to give away, and it means that everyone sort of has a chance of getting it too. So yeah, make sure you ask any questions, as Linda says, while you're watching the flip through. If anything pops up about the giveaway part of it, then make sure you ask. Also to the watermark Heather Valentine's written across the images in the flip through, they're not actually included obviously on the image when you get it. It's only just for the flip through, so it's not on there. Let's pop through and have a look, guys. As I said, turn down your music if you don't like music, but check this out. So guys, that was the book. It's called the LACY Sunshine Sports and Fun Greatest Hits Colouring Book. So it's a really cute book. There's loads of images in there. They're not all girly and pretty either. There's boys and there's lots of different sports, and I like it. It's kind of different. But yeah, I started on the black while we were watching that. So I'm going to just read through Linda's comments. I'll read them out loud, and then everyone can sort of hear the rules again. So we'll start from the top. Before I start from the top, make sure that your chat is on live chat. So make sure that where your little chat box is there, that you've clicked on the live chat and that you're not on top chat. So make sure you go and just click live chat for me so that you definitely know you're in the live chat section, because I think that was the biggest section or part that we had issues with last time, was having that done. So just make sure you've clicked on that live chat button. So Linda wrote out the rules. First of all, pick a number between 1 and 100. The first person to type that number gets it. The closest to the winning number without going over the winning number wins the book. So you can't talk during the time people are adding in numbers. So just so you know that. I'm going to set a timer for a couple of minutes on my phone, just so that you guys can have some time to think about what number you're going to post up. Where's my timer? Let's do 3 minutes, yeah? We'll do 3 minutes. During that 3 minutes you can't talk, so it is only numbers that should be coming up in the chat box there. So so you can't write or say any number until I've actually physically typed go into the chat box. So you'll see me actually type go. I'll put it a couple of times so you can see it, and only numbers after that. And then obviously once I say stop, any numbers that come in after stop don't count. And I think that's everything. Is that everything? Have I said everything? So you want it on live chat. Sorry, yeah, you're right, live chat. You don't want it on top chat. So has everyone got theirs on live chat? Live chat. Has everyone got live chat on? Okay, so that was the LACY Sunshine Sports and Fun Greatest Hits colouring book. It is a PDF version that the giveaway is for, so I will need to grab an email address off you before you leave if you're not already in contact with me on Facebook. So make sure you do that as well. Perfect. Alright, so everyone's got live chat, and alright, let me just make sure I've got my phone here. Oh. Obviously, because I'm have a bit of a delay, you guys will get this shortly after I start, so okay, I've got my phone and we've started. I'm just going to keep colouring while you guys are all typing away. I love this part where everyone's all dead quiet. Not long to go, guys. If you've just come in, make sure you read above before you comment. Make sure your chat's on live chat. So it'll be the person who does it before the others. If there's more than one number the same. I'm just filling in the lighter black sections of this now. It looks like we'll probably only get the rest of the clothing done today, but that's okay, we can finish off the hair. We've still got 2 more weeks of colour along, so plenty of time to catch up. Another dent in the paper down there. That's annoying. Alright, so guys, we should have all stopped by now. And everyone can talk. Yeah, it's the computer's delayed. Obviously the stream's delayed. It's so hard. but there was physically 3 minutes between the time I wrote go and the time that I pushed stop, so there's still the same amount of time. Yeah, 15 seconds, really? Is it that far? I can't tell. I don't put the preview on because it seems to slow down my stream more. But yeah, I found that it is quite delayed. If anyone knows how to fix that, let me know, because I've tried a few different things and it's still the same. I'm going to say it's my internet. There's another sort of indentation or blemish in the paper down there. So how do we go? Let's have a look at all the numbers. Who's going to be getting a copy of this delightful little book? Alright, let's have a look at... I will do it now. I need a random number generator, so excuse me for a sec while I grab that. Should have done that before, shouldn't I? Random.org, that'll do. And, oh, look at that. There's already... Look, how cool is that? It's already done. Are you ready? I'm going to generate it now. Number 99. Okay. Who was it? Who got closest? I guess the only number over it that couldn't have got it was the 100. Dawn. Dawn? Dawn? Dawn. It was Dawn. Just having a look now. 93. Dawn had 93, Linda had 92. So close, you two. Well done, Dawn. Congratulations. How exciting. Now, Dawn, I have your details already, so I'll contact you somewhere and I'll get a copy of that to you. Awesome. Well done. Congratulations. That was really good, guys. I think we've got it down now. What do you think, Loretta? Do you think we're doing all right now? It wasn't quite like herding cats this time around. Yeah, I know, Linda. One number off. Actually, that's the second double number we've had too on that random generator. I think we had 88 last time. So, yeah, very good. Well done, guys. Now, if you wanted the book, and you would like to get it, I've got some links here, so let me just post them up for you. The first one is the digital copy of the book is available here on her website. I'll send that to you. And I've also got the links for the physical copy. I've got Amazon US and Amazon Australia, if you'd like to check them out on there. Posting those links now. Wait, there's no gap in between that. Let me just put a gap in there, otherwise it won't link. So there's US is the first link, the second one is AU. And I just mentioned now, Heather Valentin, I should say, I keep saying Tyne. Heather Valentin has Facebook group, Facebook page, all of those things as well. She's also got the exclusive club membership, which I'll pop the link up here as well for you. And if you'd like to grab it, you can grab a copy of it at those places, and you can check out our exclusive club as well. Awesome, guys. Congratulations again, Dawn. Alright, I'm going to keep going on this. So, just keep pushing down those little things. I might make them a bit smaller next time. But anyway, just gone over with my black, and I'm just filling in a little bit more into those white areas. So I've just done the same as before. With the black. Okay, I'm going to come in again. So Kenny, her books are from Create Space, so they're Amazon paper. I always like to buy the digital versions of those types of books because then I can print them on my own paper anyway. I'm coming over with the Crimson Lake now and filling that in. So yeah, there's a digital version available on her website as well. She doesn't actually have Etsy or anything like that. It is just purely on her website. I'm going in with firm pressure over the black sections and just lightening my pressure up over the rest. It says not available. Did the link not work? Rats. Let me have a look. Oh, it's coming up for me. I just clicked on the link and it came up. So for the digital one, let me just make sure I've got the whole link, but oh, it may not let you. You may have to go and do the one in the description. I actually did have trouble with this on my phone. It doesn't let you go out of YouTube. It's weird. But yeah, there's a link in the description as well for the book. So have a look under the video there. I'm on my computer, so it automatically works for me, but I did have trouble with it trying to do it on my phone the other day. You can't buy it? What? Don't be silly. I'm just having a look. Not available? Oh, that's a bit weird. Alright, I'll get in contact with Heather and I'll see. She said that she was having trouble with her website, so give me a sec. I'll text her now while we're all here because we've still got a bit of time. So pretty sure it was working earlier when I looked at it. I've just texted her, so we'll see if she can fix it up quickly. Hopefully she's around. I did try to send her a message earlier with no reply, so she might be busy. I'm being rough now. I want to finish this curtain before we go today. Yeah, so tomorrow I couldn't live stream because my daughter has her debutante ball. And we're going to have makeup artist and hairdresser here, so I'm lucky I've got my stepsister's a hairdresser technically not my stepsister, but you. Big sorry there. And yeah, a friend of my daughter's is doing makeup at school, so she's coming over to do her makeup. This kind of reminds me of a bit of a wedding. Limousines and white dresses with tuxedos. So Charlotte, I'll let you know about if she gets back to me. I haven't heard anything yet, but so people's I'll post up a link in the event chat once I hear back from Heather. You know, Linda saying about enabling. I was watching May's stream and the new, how do you say it? Is it Apapple? Forest Girl 2 book. And yeah, she's doing so pretty in it. And I just saw the flip through and went, oh, I think I have to have that. Another one. And also, Miss Linda, you enabled me and I ended up getting that same little Chinese colouring book thing that you got. So talk about enabler. Oh dear. Just making sure I grab the bottom of the curtain here. I'm really liking this red. Oh, look at all that dust. See? I'm not the only enabler out there. I think most colour tubers are, aren't they? Just got my froggy. Someone asked if I indented the pencils with the froggy. This is my froggy. It's a Deli brand novelty sharpener and I love it. There's a link in my links down the bottom and it doesn't indent the pencil. There's tiny little bumps and scratches, but I think that's just from, you know, bumping around on the table and stuff like that. Uh-oh, I sharpened it. Whose idea was that? Try and keep your pencil strokes in the direction of the curtains too, so that you don't get side scratches through it. Yeah, Randy, if you lived in Australia and in Victoria and close by, I could have got you to come over and do my daughters. That would have been awesome. I used to work in a pharmacy. I did makeup for a while. I think that gap there is a bit big down the bottom. I'm just filling that out. I think I'm nearly ready now to put on my white. Bye, Charlotte. Forest Girl Premium Edition. Is it? Yeah, that's what I've ordered, I think. The same one that May had, is that right? Great book. I have the first one, but I haven't done anything in that one. Does anyone else, like, when they see a watercolor one, they want to actually, like a grayscale like that, want to actually do it in watercolor too? I don't know. That's what I feel like. Just making sure all of that black was covered over. Okay, now, anyone else having trouble with Facebook at the moment? You'll be doing watercolor? Yeah. I was on yesterday and today. Facebook has been not linking comments or notifications to the actual physical comments. Every time I try to go into a comment, it comes up with this page not found. Is anyone else having that trouble? We had a few other people yesterday, and someone said that they updated Facebook and it stopped doing it, but I haven't had an update come through, so I was wondering if anyone else has had... This is pink now, by the way, again. Just wondering if anyone else had had the same issues. It's driving me crazy. I've had to get on my computer to comment and things. It's just random. Yes, yes. Is that a yes to me, or am I still 15 seconds behind and you guys are answering something else? Grr, Facebook. I also have had trouble with some of my game apps logging into Facebook as well. They keep trying to log in and they're not working. Facebook, fix it. Quickly. Got my white. And just going over those very, very highlighted sections. Trying to stay away from that red as much as possible. So now, if you're having trouble with clothing, you'll be able to use these curtains as an example. And we're going to actually do her clothes the same. So we're going to do the exact same technique. Okay, I've done that. I'm just grabbing my colourless blender again. I'll just give it a bit of a cleaner. Don't they look awesome? I'm pretty happy with those. They came out pretty cool. I like them. Just going over the light section first, just to soften the tooth off, to stop that dark colour smudging in. Yeah. So Linda, 2 more weeks till Copic certification. I'm very excited about that. You can teach how to burn dinner. Randy, I hope you didn't burn dinner. I'm just doing the darker colours now. Just softening off the tooth of all of that. I'm not pushing too hard. I'm trying to do medium pressure. I don't want to scratch off all of that colour pigment. There's still a few white spots through there. I think I got a dodgy piece of paper. Got a few imperfections in this one. Okay, so the bottom section is a little bit darker, and I made it darker deliberately because there's the top of the curtain coming down over the, hanging over it. I've just done it a little bit darker down the bottom. I just noticed a couple of spots there. I'm just filling them in. I think I did get a dodgy piece of paper. Shoddy, dodgy. What do you guys say? I think I need a drink. What? So you had an update, did you? See, I've got no update. I've checked App Store so many times. There was an update about a day and a bit ago, or 2 days ago, and since then it's been playing up. But I still don't have an update here. Colourless blender. This is the Caran full blender. I've got a packet here. Hang on, let me get it out and I'll show you. A rough drawers. There you go. I found them the other day because I break them so often. I have spares. And all it is like a stick of wax, clear colourless wax, and I've got it in my extender because I keep breaking the things because they're really soft. Yeah, they break easily, but that's it there. Comes with 2 sticks. For us here in Australia it's roughly, I don't know, I think this was $6, so $3 a stick. Yes, very breakable, so use an extender to protect it. I still had a little bit of tooth coming through in some of those sections, so I've just gone back over those. But what it does is it lays down a layer of clear wax over the top of the pencil, and it helps to blend and smooth off any tooth that's left there as well. So you can use it to smudge in the ink, pigment I should say, and do that. So I'm going to start with the clothing now. Somebody pointed out the other day that this is probably skin in here, and yeah, it probably is, and just a little bit here. I don't think that's skin. I think that will be like puffy sleeves on this side. And yeah, I think I might just fill this part in the back here with a bit of black for hair. So, but I'll do that later. So I'm going to start with the black pencil. I don't think I'm going to have time to do hair today. We'll be doing that next week. Let's just do this. I'm just going to sharpen my... Look at how little it is now. It's getting to the point where it won't even fit in my sharpener. I'm a ruffian, am I? Because I'm rough. It's like somebody said when I was using the chameleons, you've got to be gentle. No, I'm not gentle. It just doesn't happen. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with the clothing. I'll start under here. I don't know how we're going to do this bit without the... actually, I can cover that off camera if you want. But we're going to try to create the same kind of layering and folds and things like that in the curtain, that we've done in the curtain in her clothes. So I'm just going to go under her bodice first, because there'd be a shadow area where her bust will be further out than the rest of her chest. I love this corset style outfit. I've actually got a top very similar to this, without the puffy sleeves, but can you see I don't know if you can see them in there, but they've got little rubber, I can actually see them, they're like little rubber, it's hard to explain. They're actually made of rubber by the look of it, so that would be why there's no indentations on my pencils. So you can see there's nothing on them. So these actual pencil extenders leave more marks on than what this does. So the inside, there's like 3 little grippy tools inside there, and you push the button to hold the pencil. It holds the pencil in place. But I think they're rubber, so whoever asked me earlier... I'm going to put a shadow here underneath this bit as well. I don't know if all of, Raylene, I don't know if all of the Deli brand have that, but this particular one does. There were a few others that had this brand of sharpener. I could have asked, but I think I'm going to assume, although we shouldn't assume things, that they all would have the same kind of grip. But the pencil sharpeners are so cheap. I don't know if it would be worth just trying anyway. I'm just following these lines that are coming down the top as well. And just sort of making triangular shapes at the bottom there as well. Medium to light pressure here. It was you. Oh, you've got on the Mitsubishi one. Okay. Yeah, mine, I've never noticed it to hurt my pencils. But for a pencil sharpener that was so cheap, I'm highly impressed with it. I brought this, my husband brought it for me because that's my nickname. My dad calls me Frog. My husband brought it for me from like the reject shop here in Australia. He saw it and grabbed it for me. And that was years ago. We've had it for years. Bye, Leslie. So I've just created like as sort of a triangular shape at the bottom of each of these sections as well. And I'm doing medium to firm pressure at the moment. So this time I think I might be doing it the other way around. I think we're going to have more red in this one and a little less black. I'm just going down the side of the stick there and kind of curving my line a little bit as well. But we're going to need a bit of a shadow behind there, so... Okay, now on these little sections here, I'm just going to add some little texture lines in there. This is where like the bunching of the material is, when they, you know, bunch that material up to sew it into a little... So there's like a bunching section there where it's all bunched up. And like they pinch the material together and lay it down. So what I'm actually going to do is, beside each of those lines, so we're going to sort of make 2 lines, just like that. And then on each side I'm just going to extend that. So this middle section is going to be lighter than the outer section. I hope that made sense. So this bit on the outside here is going to be darker, and the section in the middle is going to be lighter. Well, we're going to attempt to do that anyway. There's another one on this side here under her hair. Just going to curve around there as well. You mean Smiggle? I got a Smiggle electric sharpener. They didn't have any crank ones that I saw. It's been a while since I've been though. I've got Crimson Lake, and I'm just going to go over the top of those black sections. Come down the side of them. Going in really deep in those deep curves that I made before. I'm just following them around. Can you see that okay? Yeah, this will definitely give you practice at doing pleats and creases. So next week we'll be giving away another digital colouring book. Haven't decided yet which one it will be, so I'll have a chat with Heather and you'll find out on the day. So we should be left with kind of like a triangle, a diamond shape, isn't it? In the middle there. Which will be lighter. Just going around that top shadow section there. Prismas can be really delicate. I use my Froggy one now, but I used to use a Tagall sharpener, the Toggle. It's a little funny shaped thing like this, and it's got 3 different lead sizes. So the Toggle, you can do like a really long lead like that, or even longer, and you can do like really short sharp leads. So I used to like that. It didn't break them as much. Alright, so I want these sections to be lighter, but I'm just going to go in with light pressure and fill those out. Don't want too much pressure in there. Just like that. So we've got like a shiny section. I'm going to use a tiny bit of pink in there, just covering in the tooth a little bit more, because I don't want any of that to show through. I've got the white. Just going to go over those sections with the white. And then the colourless blender, wherever it went. Playing with it, it hides. And just softening off the rest of the tooth. So you should still have really dark shaded edge pieces and sections in between, and then a really light section in each of those little parts there. You could, if you didn't want to put the pink or the white in, you could just put in the red or any colour that you're using. You don't have to use the colours I'm using either. You can just follow the techniques as well. So that's quite nice. I'm going to go into the other sections. You know what? I'm just going to do this bit off camera for a sec, okay? Just for those people out there that really don't like these bits. I'm trying to be sensitive. I know I'm laughing, so it doesn't seem like I'm being sensitive. I'm sorry. I really don't like them in real life, but no excuse, hey? I've tried to cover up as much as I can off camera, okay? I'm coming back on now. I'm going to repeat the same steps that I did on her bodice there. I'm going to do this down here on her sleeves as well. She's going to have black hair, so some of that's going to be covered over a bit with her hair too. So I just created a bit of a triangular section at the bottom. Okay, I think I've covered up most of it. Does that look alright? Oh, we do on this bit, but not on the top one. Alright, there we go. There you go, they're gone. Are we happy? I did know that those ones would be covered over. I'm just going to do a little bit of lighter pressure on those outside bits there, just so that that red blends in nicely with it. They're kind of a little bit out of shape there, but I still want to try and keep a lighter section in the middle, so I've tried to do some little shapes there as well. Alright, got my crimson. What are we talking about now? So I'm doing firm pressure. Over the black. I'm just not commenting anymore, Linda. I'll just get into trouble. Oh, you brought two. I loved mine. I just found it took so much time, whereas the crank sharpener is quite quick to do, so yeah, I just prefer to use that now. And also, obviously, the electric sharpener is good for like Polychromos and harder pencils, but I find that using the Prismas, it just chews them up, so the crank one works better. Don't lose as much. That sleeves looks pretty dodgy, but it'll do. Yeah, because what happens is with the crank sharpener, they have to be a certain length. So I'll give you an example. If your pencil gets down to here, you can't, if you go to put that in there, you can't open it very far, and you could end up losing the pencil inside there. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain. But I found the Caran Dash have a pencil blender, extender, sorry. Let me find it. It's got my yellow pencil in it. Let me just find it. Hang on. I think it's my, here it is. I got the canary yellow pencil in there. So the this one's, I find I can't fit any other pencil in it but Prismas, which is kind of okay. But yeah, when you put that, it actually fits. You can actually probably do it a little way, but it gets to the point where obviously you can't do it any longer, but it does help because it fits in there as well. I've got the pink, and I'm just putting a light layer in those lighter areas. And then I've just got the white again. And then the Caran Dash full blender. Because they're in extenders, I lose them. I can't see them. It's so weird reading through the comments. You're all saying the crank's the best. Isn't that a movie with Jason Statham? Anyway, got my black again. I'm coming back down to do this bit down the bottom here. I want to make sure, because these are kind of, this one's actually bubbly kind of loop. I just want to make sure that I've curved those bottom bits as well. Coming down and around. Just creating a nice little sort of triangle at the bottom there. I want to create two lines at the top there so that we can bring them down to meet these ones. So you're creating clothing and making it look nice and rounded. Looks a bit like a balloon. Hi Charlotte, were you here before? Bye Kenny. These sleeves would really annoy me if I was wearing them. If there wasn't any lines, I've added them. And it's going to be quite dark up the top here because it'll be all bunched together, and we've got some sleeve leaning over other sleeve there. I am still on. I'm still here. I know I should be gone. I'll go in a minute. I'll just finish this sleeve off. I'll off camera too. I'll go and just finish off the rest of this section down here maybe as well. Seems like everybody's still hanging around, so why not? Sometimes the folds and things like that on clothing can take even longer than hair, so as I said, I wasn't sure if we'd get to the hair, but I put the colours in there just in case. Just filling in some of those gaps a little bit. Just softening off the edges. The reason we soften off the edges is so that the red would come over nicely. It doesn't look quite as strange with the colours blending into each other than it does if they're just side by side. So I've got the Crimson Lake and just going over the top of that now. Putting a lighter layer down those lighter sections. So I'll post up, I'll chat with Heather. I hope she's okay. I have messaged her, but I'll pop the link back up in the group event wall as well if we don't hear back from her before then, or if it's not fixed. If you're not in her Facebook group, LACY Sunshine Colouring Club or something I think it's called, it's worth dropping in because sometimes she'll post up like when she has specials and things as well, which is cool. Quite happy with how that's coming out. Need a little bit of pink. Just a little layer. Back in with the white. And then the colourless blender. So what I might do is I might find my colourless blender again. I'll just quickly line out these sections in here. So I'm going to leave that bow thing there. And in the middle of here, I'm only going to use red and maybe a little bit of white down the middle. So I'll do a shadow in here. And then I'll lighten it up to the middle, put a little bit of pink and then some white. So we want all that dark. But I won't use black in there, and then I'll just use black over the top to do the laces. So I'm going to use black all in these sections here, so around that strap or whatever it is over her dress there. Not sure what colour we're going to do that yet. So we're going to repeat, I'm going to just do those sections the same as the curtains, and I'm just going to leave this bit here, and that part there I'll do red. So I'll finish it off camera, and I'll pop it up in the group when I've finished, or if you're happy to hang around, let me know and I'll just finish it now, because I'm only going to sit here and finish it. Just it doesn't let you link. I went back and checked it. It's exactly the same. It says that only mods and obviously me can post links. I double checked it. So yeah, that's really weird. Really weird. It is weird because Heather was posting links. Maybe if I unmod you and then remod you. Should I try that? Can't move anything. Stuff everywhere. Alright, I'm gonna unmod you for a sec. Maybe type something Linda, just as not a moderator to start with. Just a bit of pink in the middle there and then some white. No problems. See you next week. The rest of the video will be up if you want to catch the rest of it anyway. Now I'm going back to that colourless blender, which I keep putting down and losing. Where did it go now? There it is, right in front of me. Okay, here we go. Gonna add you as a mod again. See if you can do it now. NCY, nicer, Nika, no, I don't know. Bye. You're here for the long haul? Okay, great. Try again, Linda. See if it works now. Because Heather was posting links last week. It was working, so it's a bit weird. See how you go. You forgot to put the www dot. It's not a link, it's just a part link. Nope. What a pain. Are you on your computer or on a device? I'm just going to leave a gap between the black on that section and bring a little bit of red in there and a bit of white. It's all going to be quite dark underneath that, whatever that is, ribbon. Just a couple of lines down there again, like we did on the other sections. Create a little bit of highlight in the middle of those pieces of material. You want it quite dark on the end of the bodice there. Moving down to the skirt. And there's a little bit of her top just out the side of this handle of the mask there as well. It's a bit messy looking like this, isn't it? That's the ugly duckling stage for sure. I just forgot this sleeve down here. I'm just going to finish that edge off there as well. Be a bit puffier there. Had to go over my scrolling lines. Gets a bit confusing down there. Gonna be a lot of black there. Okay, just laying down a light layer of the black as well, and then I'll come back in with the red. And then we'll be done. And we'll all gather up next week. It'll be back to Friday again next week. I'll be back. Crimson Lake. Oh, it worked. Well done. Has Helen gone already? No, you got it? Awesome. Going in with the red, Crimson Lake. And just kind of left gaps in the middle there for the lighter red. I'll go back in and just lighten up that. I like putting in a little bit of details in places like that. I think it's more appealing. Alright, bit of white, bit of pink in the middle sections. Being really rough. Even just adding in this black and red, her face is already starting to soften off, like having it all together. It's so cool. Okay, my blender's there. Now where's my white? There it is. Got it. I'll zoom back out again. I want pink. Did I do pink? I did. White. Just a little bit to lighten up those areas. And then the colour splendor. Back to Friday, same time. Yep. Yeah, I just couldn't do this one because of my daughter's debutante ball thing tomorrow, so now down the bottom here, it's all sort of blended into black, but that's okay. Just starting on the inside of each of those lighter sections first, and then going out to those darker parts. And we're done. Now whatever colour I do this, I will make sure I do the top little frill there as well in the same colour. But I think we're ready to head off now, and I'm just going to do this little bit down here dark as well because that's part of her arm. And also I'll fill in these little gaps too with some skin colours as well. And up here, I think I'm going to do up here black with her hair. So I just colour that bit there. And I'll make that her hair as well. You won't be able to see, you won't notice it as much once we start to fill out the hair colour. But yeah, I think we're done. Guys, thank you so much for hanging around for this long and coming in on a different day. I'll just zoom out and you can see the picture, how it's looking. No more things there. Thanks guys. All done. All done. Next week we'll do the little pieces and the hair, and then we'll get to the rest of the background later on. So we've got 2 more weeks, so we'll start on the hair next week, and then we'll, if we get time, we'll fill out some of the little details. But yeah, I'll fill out this little section here under the mask. I'll fill that out with skin colour, and I'll do that off camera, and I think that's it. The rest we'll do at a later time. I'll fix up this little bit too here and make sure I can colour around that. But yeah, if you want a copy of it without the little creatures, I've just fixed that up. It's in the group as well, so check that out. Dawn, I'll contact you, sweetie, and congratulations again on winning that digital book. And I'll let you know in the event discussion about the links once Heather contacts me back as well, guys. So sorry about that. That's a bit of a bummer. But that's everything. So guys, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to like the video and also subscribe if you haven't already.